Yes, indeed. What's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, and we back at it with another boxing video. So, man, this morning I ain't gonna lie. When I was taking a shower. For those who don't know what taking a fresh is, I was thinking about the Deontay Wilder versus Fury. Like, who's gonna be the commentary? You know what I mean? Because I was listening to Paulie Malignaggi doing some kind of interview, and he was talking about he's been banned from the Wilder Fury 2 broadcast, or maybe the whole event period. And I was thinking to myself, damn, man, that's some bitch shit, you know? I mean, if Deontay Wilder is trying to exclude the man, Paulie Malignaggi. But anyways, when I thought about it, I came to my conclusion. But anyways, if Paulie Malignaggi is being excluded from the commentary because Paulie Malignaggi thought that Tyson Fury won the fight and Deontay Wilder doesn't like that, then I don't know, man. I don't know if I like the idea of that, man. That sounds bitch made. You know what I mean? I mean, look, man. It's like Anthony Joshua. You know how he didn't want Deontay Wilder to be ringside for his fight, whichever fight it was. Was it Joseph Parker or whatever? You know what I mean? I thought that was bitch made. But definitely more bitch made than Deontay Wilder not wanting Paulie Malignaggi to be on the commentary or at the event. But at the end of the day, really and truly, this is not a Showtime or an ESPN joint venture. You know what I mean? It's it's ESPN Top Rank and PBC on Fox. So Paulie Malignaggi, maybe he's got a piqued a lot of people's interest, with some talking points talking about he's being banned. At the end of the day, no Showtime commentary is even going to be involved. Because I myself was thinking, if Paulie Malignaggi's, whom would I like to see? And I was going to make a video about this till I found out who's actually going to be on the commentary and coverage team. I was thinking, whom would I want to hear on the coverage? I said to myself, obviously Showtime's not going to be involved because my first option would have been either Paulie or Al Bernstein. You know what I mean? But Al Bernstein obviously is a Showtime guy, so I said, okay, it's probably going to be Fox. I'm already going to exclude Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? Got no problem with Lennox Lewis. I like the PBC on Fox, but I'm not too high on their commentary. You know what I mean? I do like when Joe Goosen and Lennox Lewis do get to arguing or disagreeing, and hey, Joe Goosen got a smart mouth. You know what I mean? He got a smart mouth. He gonna let it be known how he feels, and he's gonna get the last word basically. You know what I mean? But I thought to myself, whom would I like to hear? I said, okay, from the blow by blow commentary, PBC on Fox. Who do they have? PBC on Fox usually has Joe Goosen, Lennox Lewis, and I think Brian Kenny. Okay, and ESPN has that Mark Kriegel guy, Andre Ward, Tim Bradley, and Joe Tessitore. So I said for my blow by blow guy, Jim Lampley is not in the game no more. So for my blow by blow, give me Joe Tessitore. ESPN Friday Night Fights. He even does Monday Night Football now. He's no longer partnered with Teddy Atlas, but he still does a good job. I've never had no complaints with Joe Tessitore all these years I've been watching ESPN Friday Night Fights from the '90s. Only problem I've had with him is how he always likes to call and gas up Tyson Fury, lineal champ, etc. Blah blah blah. Besides that, let me have him for blow by blow. From a fighter's perspective, ESPN has Bradley and Ward. Showtime has Lennox Lewis. I'm already excluding Lennox Lewis. That's cool. I'm fine. I don't want Lennox Lewis. I rate Lennox Lewis as a fighter, one of my favorite heavyweights of all time. You know what I mean? And I don't like how the man Anthony Joshua dissed him and called him a clown, etc. He'll never be on, AJ will never be on Lennox Lewis level. So he can call him what he wants. I just don't like that. And that ain't humble. That's not humble like Anthony Joshua tries to proclaim he is. Um, for my expert analysis from a fighter, Roy Jones ain't around no more. I used to love his commentary on HBO. So with the guys provided and available, give me Andre Ward. Andre Ward has been a little cheerleader too. I just want him to be there to see if he has that same energy like he had when he said that he doesn't think that Deontay Wilder wants to see this guy in a rematch. You know what I mean? So so that's already two ESPN guys. You know what I mean? For Joe Tessitore and Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? And that's from the boxer's expert analysis from a guy who's boxed, you know what I mean? Like Roy Jones or Malignaggi on the Showtime side, you know what I mean? Give me Andre Ward, you know what I'm saying? And then for the third guy in the middle, um, obviously it gotta be now a PBC guy. I guess Brian Kenny will do. Um, Cause PBC don't have too many guys, you know. I think Boom Boom Mancini, he does the FS1 cards. You know what I mean? So give me Joe Tessitore, give me Andre Ward. Those are ESPN guys. And then um, for the third guy, I'll take not too fond of Brian Kenny, Lennox Lewis, Jimmy Lennon, of course, will be the Max Kellerman would be fine. Um, this is a tough one, man. Because there's not too many options, not because there's a plethora of options. I guess you'll just have to go with um, uh, Brian Kenny will do. You know what I'm saying? I think Brian Kenny will do. You know what I mean? Brian Kenny, Joe Tessitore. I guess they might have to have four guys, two boxers, and two blow by blow guys, and expert analysis. So for two boxers, uh, I haven't seen much of Sean Porter besides being in the studio with Kate Abdo and Abner Mares on the Fox on PBC on Fox stuff they do on Sundays on Fox. I might have to go with I might have no choice but to go with Lennox Lewis. I think that's fair. That's fair, you know what I mean? Lennox Lewis, Andre Ward, Brian Kenny, and Joe Tessitore. Two guys from each of the different networks, you know what I mean? With PBC and Fox, PBC on Fox, and Top Rank on ESPN on Top Rank, you know what I mean? So you see who they got on the coverage team as well, you know what I mean? Of course, Kate Abdo. Timothy Bradley's going to be in the house. I wonder what he's going to be doing. He might be calling the fight, and maybe Andre Ward will be sitting up in the high table. Like, you know, that high, kind of like a skybox kind of seats that they have when Max Kellerman does special events on ESPN. He don't do no commentary no more like he did with Lampley and Roy Jones, the three of them. So there might be four guys. Maybe four is a crowd. I don't know, cause Showtime just usually has Farhood. I'm sorry, Al Bernstein, Paulie Malignaggi, and Mauro Ronello. Okay. ESPN has sometimes ESPN has four guys, or maybe they alternate and have three. But I know they usually have Mark Kriegel, Joe Tessitore, and Tim Bradley. Sometimes they have both Tim Bradley and Ward, and maybe they'll just have Tessitore. So they usually have three. So if I had to do three, it would be Ward, Tessitore, and Brian Kenny. You know what I mean? So that's going to be the audience. I'm sorry, the coverage and the commentary team. Looking forward to this fight, man. February 22nd. You know what I mean? I wonder what guys like Jim Lampley's doing with himself, man, ever since HBO boxing's over with. Roy Jones, haven't seen the guy. I think Roy Jones is doing his boxing promotion stuff over there in Florida and wherever else he can get his bout sanctioned. But at the end of the day, Jim Lampley would have been nice. You know what I mean? Jim Lampley, of course, man. You know, Jim Lampley's a guy who's a pulverizing character sometimes with the stuff he says. But at the end of the day, Jim Lampley is a legend. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I didn't agree with a lot of stuff he said, just like Larry Merchant. These guys are legends. I don't care what nobody says. I was watching these guys since I was a kid. And, you know, some people were happy that HBO met its demise. I was sad. I was sad, you know. I thought that, PBC was doing better shows and better fights than Showtime. Sorry, HBO, but I think the last fight on HBO was Danny Jacobs versus Sulecki, which was a good fight. You know what I mean? So no more Jim Lampley, man. I wonder if he's out there in North Carolina where he's from, probably sitting on a farm, retired. Who knows, man? But I'm gonna look him up. Matter of fact, after I do this video, see what he's up to, see if he has a Twitter, Instagram, or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my video, man. Let me know who you guys think, what you guys think of this commentary team. You know what I mean? Like I said, they haven't really said for sure who's gonna be on the mic. You know what I mean? But you see the thumbnail, man. Kate Abdo, Tim Bradley, Larry Hazard Sr. Larry Hazard's probably gonna be doing the unofficial scoring. You know what I mean? Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman comes along for ESPN fights when it's big fights. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't do commentary no more, like I said, with Roy Jones, like he does ringside. Nah, he sits up in the little high table up there from a bird's eye view, and he gives you like a preliminary talk about the fights and whatnot. You know what I mean? We have Brian Kenny, who's a commentary guy. Mark Kriegel, who's a commentary guy. Jimmy Lennon Jr., of course, is going to be the ring announcer. He does ring announcing for both ESPN on Top Rank and PBC on Showtime and or PBC on Fox. We have Lennox Lewis, who's a commentary guy, of course. Bernardo Osuna, who is kind of like a sideline reporter. He's a guy who interviews trainers in between rounds or while the rounds are going on. We have Sean Porter, who I've seen him, of course, maybe commentate on PBC cards very seldomly, but I've seen him do it before. I've seen Jared Hurd and Danny Garcia and Austin Trout and Abner Maris. I've seen and Virgil Hunter. I've seen numerous guys commentate. What's the guy's name? Antonio Tarver. Seen numerous guys do a little commentary. You know what I mean? But Sean Porter, mostly I've seen him in the studio with Kate Abdo and Abdo Maris. They got their Sunday show on Fox. Joe Tessitore, long time. He's actually the most experienced blow by blow guy out of everybody on this particular panel. And we have Andre Ward, who's a guy who does commentary. So time shall tell, we shall see. But I'm looking forward to this team, this coverage team and commentary team, and can't wait to see who's going to be calling the fights. When Mayweather and Pacquiao fought, they had Lampley sitting next to Al Bernstein and Roy Jones. Those were the three guys who did the commentary. You know what I mean? It wasn't Malignaggi Rallo. It was two guys. Basically, at the time it was HBO and Showtime. So rather than Paulie Malignaggi, they went with the boxer Roy Jones, and they had two of the head kind of blow by blow guys. Jim Lampley for HBO, and Showtime was Al Bernstein. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to see who they're gonna pair up and match up for this epic fight we got coming up February 22nd. Be Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm out of here. Matter of fact, let me know in the comment section who you guys think is gonna be the commentary team. All right, peace.